Hello everyone, Krydex here. Welcome back to our Nullius playthrough. In our last episode, we got lots of new researches done. We got nanofabricators going on some new parts, and we got some nuclear stuff ready to go and some fusion cells. So hopefully by now we have our 4 reactors. We do, and we're going to go set up some nuclear, which is hopefully going to help fix the power problems that we have sometimes. So we will go grab... Now, heat pipe 3s are actually kind of an issue at the moment. I only have 40 of them. At least we have more than 0. So we'll see. That may delay our build a bit, but we'll find out. So I do want to get rid of extractors. Those don't need to be in my inventory. And then we'll take 4 reactors, and 4 reactors can make 400 megawatts. 400 megawatts is 50 Stirling engine 3s. Of consistent production. But if we want this to balance out with wind a little bit, then that means we need some extra thermal tanks and some extra Stirling engines. So I'll do an extra 20. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully that's a good amount, because that's an extra 160. And how hot do these get? 1500 degrees Celsius. So that means these thermal tanks are going to hold an insane amount. Because the Stirling engines run, especially tier 3, they run at like, we'll just say 200 degrees Celsius. So the difference there is 1300 degrees times 15 megajoules, which is 1300 times 15 megajoules, 20 gigajoules per thermal tank. And given how small they are, that's pretty impressive. And we'll just go way out here so I don't run into this later. Some random wastewater pipes. Okay, so reactor. Get that all set up. And then... Now, does heat transfer through reactors? I can never remember if that works that way. So, like, can I just put stuff on one side and these will still heat through? I can never remember. Now, these say they transfer up to 200 megawatts of heat energy. And these make 100 each because of neighbor bonuses, so I'm going to need essentially 2 heat pipes out. And we'll put our thermal tanks there to start with. Is that... Yeah, I mean, well, because I'm thinking if the thermal tanks want to transmit more, so we need some extra. Our extra ones will be off the thermal tanks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need how many per arm? You also need to go up 1 square, so this actually needs to be there. Well, the reason I'm using 2x2 is because I just don't have enough fusion cells to do anything more. Eventually, I'll expand this to 2x8, or 2x4 probably, to get even more neighbor bonus. I'm also going to offset these ones so they don't connect. And then 2 thermal tanks is a pretty crazy amount. And so this is 12. We want that to be able to handle 200 megawatts, which is going to be 25. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, we do get... Oh, I'm out of heat pipes, of course. We do get essentially more heat per cell if we have a bigger baseline, but we just have to store more heat. And the other problem is, unless I'm forgetting something, we don't have a way to tell, because there's no circuit conditions on these. I feel like this was brought up in the Discord. Can't connect circuits to anything. So... so how do we know when heat has run low? Well, we can do it on fuel, but the problem is I only want to put new fuel in if I have enough heat storage for all of it. Because I don't want it to run constantly. I can't run it constantly right now with the amount of tritium I have. So what do I do? I could make a boiler. I actually need a heat exchanger. An accumulator. Is that how I want to do it? Because the problem with an accumulator is, at that point, it could... Like, if this is running full tilt already... let's see. I guess you're right. As long as... If accumulators start getting used, then that means the Stirling engines are already all getting used, right? Because Stirling engines get used before accumulators. So as soon as an accumulator gets used, even a tiny bit, that means all my Stirling engines are already at max capacity. And if all the Stirling engines are running, then we are not... let's see. If all the Stirling engines are running, there's no way we have extra heat, and we would want to put new cells in. Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay, you've convinced me. I need a grid battery, though. Grid battery 2. Are actually going to carry 200 megawatts. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have them do 200 megawatts. I should probably have them do, like, 160. That sounds more reasonable. So we'll just do 20. We'll do 20 per row. Okay. So we'll do that, and then... These two also have the same transfer rate. And so we've got 20, 20, so that's 40. How many did I bring? That's 10. So I think this is 14, and I have 16 more. Okay, so we put 15 on this side. And so then we want to connect this. And that's another 120 megawatts. Let's attach this just to make sure we can flow right. Sure I didn't need that pipe. Oh, are you talking about the wastewater pipe? I'm pretty sure these don't connect to anything anymore. Yeah, those are just out in the nothingness. Okay, and then I'll copy this, flip it, and then connect that up. Okay. Then we need some power. Connect everything. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is going to get in the way of expanding to larger amounts. So I'll just move these back a couple. And just make sure there's ample connection there. Okay, now these are going to be stack size 1. So are these. Now we're just going to do a requester chest. What am I doing? I mean, I'm going to need to redesign this at some point if I do more reactors. Okay, so then we want to request fusion cells for now. 20 is fine. And then the way that I have seen people talk about doing it is connect these up. I've never actually tried it this way before, but I think it'll work. Oh crap, I already got those running. Well, now we gotta get the other two running. Try to keep things balanced. They need to heat up anyway. Okay. Where are my heat pipe 3s, by the way? Do I actually have any? No, we don't. So then those are hooked up, and then we have these 4. Which is too far. Do I have green wire? I do. Read hand contents. So then these will send the fusion cell. Guess we want to on hold. Why am I forgetting how I did this last time? I was thinking about doing it. It's like when you take one out, you read that you're taking one out, and that's when you only put one in at a time. You're only allowed to put one in at a time. Do I even need a combinator? I don't think I do. Yeah, these are only allowed to take out. That's what it is. So these do have a condition, and then these guys will insert as soon as the spent cell, which we're going to have to, once we have multiple types, we're going to have to figure that out. But as soon as that's greater than 0. And these are reading their hand contents. So those will all fire off as soon as we take one out. And then we'll only take them out when we have a certain condition that's met, which is going to be the accumulator being low. And that's on the green condition. Hey Dave, how's it going? Oh, you haven't missed much. We're just setting up nuclear, the good stuff. So then as soon as A, and we'll have to let that charge up quite a bit more. We'll wait for that to charge. Yeah, I mean, but if I don't have enough fuel, then what's going to happen? I guess we do need some combinators, because if I don't have enough fuel, then it won't actually insert, and then it'll never insert again. Because if it takes the spent fuel out and doesn't have one to replace it with, then that will break the cycle, which we don't want. They will be synced. Because all four... I mean, I'm going to wait for them to burn out, if that's what you're talking about. So logic circuits, I don't think I need any constant combinators. And then a couple arithmetic circuits. Yeah, they'll be synced, don't worry. Because it'll be set, as soon as the accumulator drops below a certain amount, all four of the output ones will take out the spent results at the same time. So that should be fine. I'm just waiting for that to get charged up. Because right now they're all just empty, so. Okay, so then what I want is these when A is less than 98, then they will take out one spent cell. On all four of them, we'll do that at the exact same time. And then these ones, when they take out the spent cell, they'll read hand contents, and they'll send that to the green network. So then we need a green logic here. And I think I'll change these down to like 10 each. So they'll be able to still run properly when we get a little lower. And this will say fusion cell. And eventually I'm going to have to do fusion cell plus other types of cells. That's going to be tricky when I have multiple types of cells. Fusion cell is greater than or equal to 20. Then you'll output a green light. And then these guys will insert as soon as let's see. I guess I need to connect these as well. And then so fusion, so we want a green signal and we want spent cell on the green. Spent cell to be greater than 0. Output a green. And then we just want... This is ridiculous. I could have done this so much more simply, I'm sure, but we'll just say that's equal to 2. Both conditions are met. Then you'll send the blue signal, and then the blue signal needs to be connected to the red network. Oh, and then we need the output those hooked up. And then these will insert when the blue signal is greater than 0. I mean, gosh, pretty crazy. I think it works, though. Blue, blue. Almost okay is as bad or worse than not okay at all. I don't know if that's true. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's just a big delay. Okay. I thought my Twitch chat wasn't working for a second. I don't know if that's true. I mean, if it works, then it works. So... I guess to get them synced up... How do I do this? There we go. So we'll see if this works. I don't even have enough heat pipes. Those are still missing. Missing in action. See, and the other thing is I do have enough power right now, so they're not gonna fire off. So what we should see is the spent cells just sitting in here. They won't get removed. Alright, wind is going down. Maybe we'll get lucky. Come on, you can do it. No, wind, go away. I actually want to see it work. Because what we should see is all 4 of these losing their fusion cells at the same time, which will trigger inserting a new fusion cell. But only if there's enough fusion cells in the first place. Meaning the total is at least 20. Which really, the total could be at least 12, and I think we'd be fine. Because the requests are at 10, but... wind is too good right now. Yeah, so this is tidy. The problem is I'm not going to be able to tile it easily. I really should have built that a little different, but I would like to see it work. I guess one thing I could do is... Of course, I didn't bring the... But we'll just have a condition, if anything is equal to 0, then output. Actually need the math one. Here, I got it. We'll just put something random in here. Just put a stone brick. Stone brick times -2. And then that'll output the A signal. And A symbol is on green. Why is that not working? Oh. I used the wrong kind of chest. What? Where'd all my stone go? There it is. Okay. Didn't work. Cool. Cool. This is why we test. So it took the 4 out, but it didn't put new ones in. Blue greater than 0. Is that what happened? The bots took the stone brick I put in there. So if... Oh, they took it to put it back in my logistics request. That makes sense. So why did this not work? Oh, I never hooked up the input of this one. I think that's all it was. the green needs to be connected to the input of this one too. I think that's all that happened. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Okay. Now, can I put back the spent cells inside just to test it? Oh, I have 4. Okay. I can. Good. Okay. So let's try this again. So that'll give me a -2, hook up green, and we should see it work. No. What happened? Oh, its A is less than 98, so I need 2 bricks in here. Alright. Well, seemed to work. And then we'll disconnect the green, and yeah, okay. So I think we're good. And then we need to provide away spent cells, and this stuff will be connected eventually. It's not yet, but it will. I would have expected heat pipes to be done by now. So we should go check on what's slowing down heat pipe 3s. Because it's been forever. But yeah, there we go. We've got quite a few fusion cells. I mean, each stack of these is 40 gigajoules. So that's 400, 800 gigajoules. Maybe I should give that a bit more time to fill up. But how much tritium do I even have? Oh, sorry, deuterium is the one that's low. No, deuterium I have a ton of. Holy crap. We have 1.7 thousand tritium? That feels like far too much. Maybe it's just because I've been making heavy water for a while now, but I guess I have used up most of my heavy water. Overflow vent, deuterium. Yeah, that's a good call. I do want to keep most of it though. So I think I'll just add another couple tanks for now. I don't want to have to vent deuterium. Eventually I will probably need to, but those are used for the breeder cells, so for now I want it. Good question, Mahalik. The rocket science looks like it's just not running. It costs normal sciences, so something's broken, I think. But what? What science is broken? Wastewater. Something happened here. Oh my gosh, that's emptying wastewater. I broke this earlier when I was improving the productivity modules. As I was pasting, I accidentally removed that recipe, and I saw it was wastewater, and I assumed it was filling wastewater barrels, and I didn't really pay attention. So there you go. Blue science was the issue. It's fixed. And heat pipe 3s. Let's go investigate those. So the issue does actually still seem to be ceramic powder. Which means we're still low on silica? Is that really possible? No, we do have enough silica. Ceramic powder is actually just too slow. So we should go speed up ceramic powder. I think would be good for us. So we'll do that, and then things will be so much better. Hopefully. Oh no, the issue is still silica. Okay. It's just the silicon ingots that are the issue. Gosh. Just can't seem to escape from these silicon issues. There are a lot of them. Yeah, Silicon Valley, exactly. The land of sand. Okay, so that's still all connected. Okay. Well, that'll improve my ceramic powder capacity a bit, but it's the silicon ingots that are the problem. So let's check on those. I assume I can add in some more furnaces still. I already added these 5, and it's still not enough, which is crazy. Oh, graphite. Are the requests just too small on these? Potentially? Graphite. Yeah, we got plenty of graphite. The requests were just a bit too small, but still, how much am I actually producing here? Silicon ingot. We're doing a solid like 10 plus per second. Right now we're doing about 15, 16 a second of boxes. That's just crazy. That's crazy. Our base is hungry for silicon. And I assume somehow the heat pipes just take tons of silicon altogether, because that's probably why those are slow. But hey, the rocket science is going again. That's good. Because of the blue. Let's see, these are not running because... Oh, we have enough. That's why. Yeah, sand goes in a lot of things. But even specifically, the silicon ingots go in a lot of things. Yeah, we'll get there. It'll just take a minute. Especially all those Stirling engines I built. Those are going to be very expensive to replace. So that's where a lot of my resources are going right now. Like if we check... Oh. Well, heat pipes are not the issue, it's helium. So we gotta check out helium. Yeah, the reactors use a lot of thermal tanks, which are expensive, and then the Stirling engines use a lot of everything. Where even are the Stirling engines? Here they are. Okay, so helium is my issue. I didn't see that one coming. So let's not run all the way there just to figure out what's wrong. The issue is trace gas. And that's because I have too much argon. Okay. So we actually need to build some storage for argon so that we can allow for some helium. And then once I build like 2 of these tanks, I'll set up an overflow. Because if we have 1,000,000 argon, that's probably enough. Because we still have tons of residual gas, that's not the problem. We have 690,000 residual gas in that network. But we just need a big argon storage. So let's set that up. Do I have room for 2 of these? Yes, here. Okay. So then argon will be... Well, we kind of want it to pump in and... Yeah, we want it to pump in. And then we also want it to pump out to this. So we'll connect that to here. guess we'll just do that. Okay. So then we can remove this. Okay, so there's tons of space for argon. And then we will vent argon if... Hey, you have a condition. Jerk. You're not supposed to be running. Oh, it wasn't. Okay. If argon is... Compressed argon is greater than 490,000. Crap. It already got rid of a bunch. That's sad. Oh well. Okay, so then that should allow these to keep running indefinitely. Pretty much. And then those produce only 7.5 trace gas a second. And that will produce about the same amount of helium. Wait, I even have helium. What's going on here? What? I broke something. Is that not a connection point? Oh, I had that rotated wrong. There we go. So that bottom building wasn't working. But the rest were, so, okay. Alright, well, that'll get me some helium back to hopefully build up my stockpiles again. But yeah, that looks like that's about the best I can do, because right now I'm limited by this, and I don't really want to build a ton more of that. That uses 150 residual gas a second. What even do I get for residual gas? 10,000 a minute. Well, 6,000 a minute is 100 a second. So, using 150 a second, yeah, we actually are using all of the residual gas we're making anyway. So, I think I'll just leave this set up the way it is. And these things will just have to keep running. It'll build up. I trust in the buffer. The buffer will save me. Because each one's only like, what was it, 500? So a stack of 20 is like 10k helium. Well, I guess that's a lot, actually. Were they 500? No, 300. 300 for 2. And technically that's 2.4 because of productivity. So about 100 compressed helium per engine. So that'll all build up. Alright. Well, that's all been exciting. But distracting from our main purpose. Also, we need another radar down here. Hey look, the engines are running. Huzzah. Yeah, I mean, each one of those thermal tanks, what did we say it was? Holding about 20 gigajoules. So I really could feed this way more fuel. These can hold so much. Yeah. So the fact that those are 1200 degrees Celsius, that's going to let heat flow for a long time. We still need 66 heat pipe 3s. Did we ever fix... Oh yeah, it was just the helium. Okay. But helium's on the way now. How much helium goes into heat pipes? Ooh, quite a lot, actually. Wasn't expecting that. 250 for 20 heat pipes. So, gosh, this is still not done. Relay 3s? What the heck do relay 3s cost? How many bots do I have? Is it time for the tier 3 bots yet? We have them. I'm not quite ready to release them onto the world. Ah, yes, missiles. Okay, so relays are not stopped because of relay 2s. It's probably some processor-related thing. Where did I put relay 3s? Here. Yep, processor 2s is the shortcoming. And those are running... Looks like they're all running. Nope, that one's not. Shortage on argon or helium, whatever that is. It's probably helium. Given what else we've experienced recently. That would make sense. Yeah, that's helium. So that has been the problem. But now we've got helium going again. So hopefully we'll be okay. These also use heat pipe 2s. What the heck? Where are heat pipes not used? Oh my gosh. I feel like heat pipes are a very strange thing to be as prevalent as they are as an ingredient. And then processors, are these even building up? Nope, they're all getting used. Oh, still monocrystalline issues. Probably because... Are these all running? Yeah. Just silicon issues. Should I tap another sand mine? Sandstone mine? Just make a huge silicon ingot build. I think I'll wait. I'm pretty close to these guys, large beacon 2s, and once I have those, then we can start. Oh, sensor node 3. Can I build those yet? Then I can really start to upgrade the speed of things. I don't have sensor node 3s yet. But I mean, I gotta build something. So anything I haven't automated yet? I feel like we've done pretty much everything we can, so maybe more input is the next step. Why not? Let's set up a Gargantuan sandstone facility. We've got time. Okay, where are the miners? There. Get rid of the rocks. And then miners plus belt. Plus copy paste. Okay. Figured I would run out. But that should be more than enough. And then for boxing, how many of these do I actually need? Each one runs at, so I really only need 2. Yeah, that should be sufficient to box up an entire blue belt. And then those will come over here. Oh, and I should have these staggered like so. All that goes onto one belt. Still not direct mining into boxers. No, that's, I feel like, a lot more complicated. and not entirely necessary either. Okay, and then we need to get rid of these rocks. If I was using the large miners, I think I would do the direct mining into the boxing, but since I'm just using the small miners, that doesn't really feel like there's all that much benefit. And now I'm going to make this a facility, because I've got plenty of room down here. Is it already Boxing Day? Exactly. It is Boxing Day. Okay. So we're just going to build this stuff down here. So how many, and we do want this type of module. How many of these do I need for one belt of sandstone? Wait, where's the... Where's the... Oh, there it is. Gosh. I was looking for the sandstone symbol. Okay, so... That's 8 per second. So we probably are going to need... something like this. Let's go one more space for simplicity. Okay. What does this get us? Still only 25 a second. Now, what would be really smart, if it's possible... I don't know if it's possible. Let's find out. If we really wanted to be optimal, we would space... Oh, wait, never mind. What I'm thinking is a small beacon in the middle. Oh no, small beacon in the middle would then get hit by 2 large beacons. So never mind. That's not any better. If anything, small beacons need to be on the outside. Okay. Yeah, 2 spaces away. Okay. So that is 39. Almost enough. I probably won't get a full blue belt anyway. And then let's bring another roboport down here just to make sure we've got enough robots bringing stuff to me. And then the rates should be fine with whatever I have. Crap. I'm out of belts. I should be getting a new delivery sometime soon, though. There are 200 on the way. And then we're going to need about 10 billion flotation cells. So I'm going to go copy this. And we're just going to kind of get that started down here. I will change some details though, but it'll be mostly good. Don't need foundries up here. Okay. Because I assume rutile, that is the tricky thing with silica, is if I already have too much rutile, then we don't want to make silica this way, but should be okay. Alright, so the main thing I want is 2 of these. Like that. And then we want the beacon to be able to affect both, which it can. And ideally, we actually move this out One more. And then we have room for a belt coming down the middle. Like so. Yeah, there we go. And then we have room for something like this. This. So there's our inputs. And I have half a mind to make the caustic and hydrochloric here on site, because those are generally made together with brine. So it's actually not that crazy. And then belt coming up. Copy this. Deconstruct that. Should tile just fine. All right. That can only use 11 sand, so we're gonna need a lot more than that. Yeah, I think I will make the stuff on site. And then I need to switch half of these. And we get rocks, which will go away. Left stone, box, sand comes down here. Why doesn't it delete belts when I do that? I will never know. And there we go. Rutile goes into an active provider. Left rutile box. That is hopefully going to be okay. I didn't open a bug report, partially because I don't know exactly what to even say. It could, I mean, my guess is it has something to do with the picker mods. But I have not opened a bug report, no. I probably should. Okay, so these are all set up. The rates are going to be huge, because I need this, but like 5 more times. Let's get rid of these stupid rocks. Okay. So copy this. There. More power. Still missing a few buildings, but okay, that's a pretty big help. So we'll stop there. We'll get some more what are they called? Beacon modules soon with the large beacon 2s. So then what exactly do I need? I need 435 hydrochloric acid, 348 caustic solution. Okay, so let's set up a basic generator for that. Yeah, I probably should do a bug report. Sometimes it just feels like so much work. I'm lazy. I don't want to. Yeah, exactly. It's useful complaining is what it is. Okay, 768. So let's create real quick a ingredient brine, just to kind of figure out, like, if I have 100 brine, how much does that get me? Oh, I guess we don't want that. Caustic solution and hydrochloric acid. So almost equal amounts. And this uses more of which one? It uses more hydrochloric acid. So that actually means we do want productivity here. So what's the ratio? Let's actually calculate it. So the ratio here is whatever that is, 604 divided by 483.2. So 1.25. So we want the ratio here to be 1.25. So 387.3 divided by 333.4 is 1.16. Can I do productivity on that one? No. So I think no matter what I do, we're going to have not quite enough hydrochloric acid. That's actually what we want, because then we just vent the excess, or outfall the extra caustic solution. So that's actually good. And what was the rate again on this? 604. So a couple more of these. Move the RoboPort here. 476. That's plenty. Okay. So then I need a couple. Currently, complex color, I've been using all of the rutile that comes from here. I haven't actually overproduced it. So far, that's been working. But there may come a time when... Because, see, that one's actually running. So that means we need slightly more rutile. But there may come a time when I need to turn this off. Yes. Okay, electrolyzers. Probably only need, like, 2 of them or something. Yeah, that should be plenty. To titanium. Alright, and then this one. Attaches, and... do that. Okay. Do this. Of course, there's a pipe that wants to connect. I do have titanium too going, actually. But we just need a decent amount of titanium. Okay, and then we need some water here and some brine over there. So for water, we'll just do our basic setup. Outfall. That's not an outfall. And then let's set up, and then we need some brine, which comes from, I believe, a distillery. Oh yeah, there's that better, well, faster version that requires steam. I always forget about that. I think 2 of these is enough. And actually, I'm gonna get enough water. I don't need this. That was a waste. Yeah, I'm using it for lithium currently. That's where we're getting our heavy water, is the lithium processes. Okay, of course that connects to something too. Why wouldn't it? Okay, that goes to the right. So we'll just do that, and then we need some sort of overflow. That goes into an outfall. Okay, so there's hydrochloric acid, and then I do need a hydro plant for caustic solution, which also needs water. Maybe I did need water. Triple. I think I do need water for this. I don't even care how ugly it is because we have all kinds of space here. Okay, couple wells. And wait, what? Why are you not giving? 24. Jeez. Okay, and then we need saline water. And how much of it? Quite a bit, 1,300. So probably 2 of these with speed. Yeah, that'll do it. And then get rid of some wastewater here. That is a decent amount of wastewater that I could barrel up. I have the technology. We'll get that set up. Wastewater. Do I need 2? No, don't need 2 outfalls. And then saline water. Or, I mean, seawater. Yeah. Okay. Do I need a third? I might need a third. Oh, I put surge electrolyzers down. Oh, power. What's wrong with my power? Of course, these heat pipes aren't running. Well, I broke this. Dang it. I thought it was working. Clearly it didn't work right. And I have absolutely no power because wind is dead. But in any case, this does work. We should finish what we're doing here first. So we need to connect hydrochloric and connect caustic. Oh, and then wastewater. And wastewater also needs to go into... How much wastewater do these make? A lot. A heck of a lot. Enough to where I need to kind of set something up differently. Enough to where I actually need up to 3 outfalls. That's not the right thing. Empty barrel. 400 wastewater barreling. If wastewater barrels less than 1,000. Okay, and then we hook up this one. Is that it? Yeah, that's the one. And then caustic up higher. Need a memory cell to sync them. Yeah, I think what I'm doing should be working. So I don't know exactly what I'm doing wrong with the nuclear. I mean, we saw it work at least once. Oh, and then I need power to the miners. Okay, we just want to make sure this is all working, and then we'll go see if we can figure out what's wrong with the nuclear. Okay. So that all runs up here. We crush it into sand. That goes down here. Creates rutile and silica. And then I actually do want the furnaces as well on this part. I'll just have to do this real quick. So we do need graphite down here. 9 silica. We'll just run one long chain. And then it does make sense to have graphite requested down here. 400 boxes. Copy that. Okay. Hopefully this helps with my problems. Silicon ingots and silica will be in larger supply once this is done. Now, oxygen. This does take 82 oxygen. That's a very small amount. We can just unbarrel and decompress. And we'll do 100 barrels just to make sure we have enough, because this is pretty far down here. And then that produces 500 carbon monoxide, which is actually significant. So we're going to compress that. Guess I can just do that. And then we're going to barrel that. Compressed carbon monoxide. Just in case I find out I need to vent the extra here, and then we'll request 300 barrels, I guess. Probably should connect a belt. That would help. All right. If that doesn't solve my silica and silicone ingot issues, I don't know what will. Well, it's stuck. That's part of the problem. Because we're not venting excess caustic solution. So here, we want some sort of pump into there. But then if this still happens to overflow past 60, we'll throw it in an outfall. What's... Oh, it can't go backwards, right. So probably easiest to just dump it all. Eh. Now we need to top up on this water. What a mess. Top up to 10 so that things will keep running. Okay. That should get everything started again. Hopefully. Maybe? Nope. What's going on here? I never connected them. So what's going on? Jeez. Silly mistakes. Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking again. Ta-da! Okay. I'll leave that now. That should be good. Let's go check on nuclear. Do. Now what? What's the best way to fix nuclear? I feel like probably the easiest way to fix this is to keep it from inputting, because they can only hold so many at a time anyway. And each cell is only 2 gigajoules, which is really 4 gigajoules. These hold like 20 each, right? So I can just add more of those as much as I need to. Hey, we finally got all but one. Why is this the last one that gets placed? So I think what makes the most sense is we actually just input. We're getting rid of all this crap. So new plan. We are still going to do stack size 1 just to make sure that doesn't do anything weird. But oops. Ye old fuel loop. The problem with the fuel loop is it will waste fuel. Like if I'm not using the power, it'll waste it. So we are going to at least connect the accumulator to these guys. So we are still only going to put in fuel if the accumulated power is less than 90. Yeah. And then, why is that not? Oh, because we're just really short on power right now. That makes sense. Okay, well these are at least going to start heating things back up a little bit, which is good. And I can always add more, like right here, even. Those fit nicely. And that way, even if there's 5 fuel cells in here, that's still only 20 gigajoules, which is a total of 80 gigajoules, which I can fit between all the tanks and the reactors and the pipes and the Stirling engines. We have enough thermal storage that even once the accumulators are charged back up, we can still burn all 5 of these. And they're not synced up now, but they will be once they kind of empty out for the first time. So, and they don't really need to be synced up at this point because they're just going to be running constantly. Because my poor power is very sad. And here's Stirling Engine 3s, so this is nuclear over the course of time. It was doing quite a bit for a second there. And then I'm guessing what I'm going to do to make this 2x4 is actually just paste this on the other side, mirrored. Gonna have 0 buffer left when accumulators start dropping. Well, the thing is, they'll only ever cool down to... Yeah, I mean, there is a little bit of a delay there, for sure. But there's really no other way to do this with accumulators. The only other thing I can do is some sort of fancy heat exchanged thing where somehow I can measure the temperature by having an extra long heat pipe, you know, that goes like way out here, and then that'll only ever heat up to a certain amount. So if this is like less than 700, then that won't make steam anymore, or something crazy like that. I can't really think of any other easy way to do this. And you're right that they'll cool down to 100, but as soon as these turn on again, you don't lose any heat. So there, other than a small delay, there's not really any issues. And I think hopefully the accumulator charge is enough to handle the delay. Because the thing you're maybe not quite seeing is that as the Stirling engines produce less and less, that will make it more likely for the accumulator to kick on in the first place, and therefore trigger these guys going. I probably should have this less than 98, to be honest, because then it'll kick on even earlier. But basically, as soon as accumulators kick on, then we'll shove nuclear fuel in, and I think that will be okay because the accumulators might get used a tiny bit as the nuclear is cooling down anyway. And if that's not the case, then that's just because nuclear was providing enough. However, wind is a huge problem in all of this that I can't really account for, so I don't really know. I just don't see a better way to do it with accumulators. And anything more complicated than accumulators requires weird, janky heat setups. Because unfortunately, you can't just measure heat with a cable from anything, so. I mean, we can find out, you know, if... Well, it's also hard because you can't easily test what happens when they're fully hot. And the Stirling engines aren't even running because of wind, but we are getting something. Well, oversupply fuel is a great go-to when you have the capability to do that, which we don't right now. Once I get breeder cells, then we'll definitely do that. But, I mean, it looks like I have a lot, but unless I'm missing something, heavy water still is not fast enough. Yeah, we're only getting 2.5 per second. Also, what's happened to my science? Are we stalled out? Or no, we're still going, it looks like. The base is running, believe it or not. Piece by piece. But yeah, once I get the breeder cells, we should be rolling in nuclear fuel, and then I can just let it burn constantly, even... I just don't like that. I don't like wasting nuclear fuel. It always feels weird. But I don't see a better way to do it with Stirling engines. Ooh, look, these are all capped out, which is awesome. Now, what is this? These are just 3 pipes connected to nothing. Cool. Okay. Well, now they're not connected to nothing because they don't exist. Green belts. I could start shifting things over to green belts. We've got a lot of those. I could make a lot of grid battery 2s. Logistic bot box? Really? What's going on with that? Robot frame. Batteries. Again. And that's because of fluid ingredient shortage. It's because of solvent. Those are all running. It could just be... the total speed isn't enough solvent. Which I guess I could put a small beacon right here. But that one's going to be getting hit by 4, so that'll do basically nothing. I could fit another one in here. It would be easier if I was down there. Hey, no more memory circuits. I forgot to delete these. These are the more expensive type of memory circuit. Is there any more, or is that the only one? I think that was it. Alright, how we doing? 5,000 bots are free. Power-wise, we're doing pretty good. See, wind is so nice sometimes, and that gives nuclear a chance to heat up. Nice, 500 degrees. Now, the other interesting part about this setup is the Stirling engines can use more heat than the nuclear reactors can put out. And so, if we really are running low, the accumulator might turn on anyway, even before the reactors cool down. Alright, hopefully these are slowly building back up. I don't know what else I can do to make this any faster. Oh, bigger delivery, actually, I think is part of the issue. But yeah, let me go add another chem plant to the thing, the dealie. What's it called? Solvent. Because we have enough carbon fiber, which feels good. We do have enough plastic and rubber, also feels good. We have enough epoxy. So yeah, right here, let's just put another building. Those are already connected, so that's fine. And this one just then needs to be that way. And we got another one. And that went from 140 to 177. That's not nothing. Looks like methanol is still an issue. Yeah, we actually don't have enough methanol. Let's go speed that up just a little bit more, which we already did once. But I guess we need to do it twice. How are we doing on polycrystalline? Wow, we're still out. That's insane. That's absolutely crazy to me. Polycrystalline silicon. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we make like 10 boxes a second. It looks like silicon ingots are hopefully caught up. Yeah. So then we actually could put more of these in the empty space here. Seems like a good idea. Why not? And let's see. Need to hook up the hydrogen chloride. And then we need to hook up the, whatever that's called, hydrogen. And then the chlorine. Okay, and then nitrogen. Easy enough. And then we just want these to go down instead of up. Alright, Dave, take care of yourself. Enjoy your sleep. Okay, hopefully that will get me plenty. How's it going, Crackalacken? Welcome on in. If that's not enough polycrystalline silicon, I'll never have enough. Jeez. I mean, that chunk alone is 10 boxes per second. And 200 nitrogen, which means I should maybe up this delivery a little bit. But I think we're still good on the rates there. The factory is good. I'm doing well. Christmas break is great. You know, all the usual things. We got nuclear going. We should probably check on that. I'm curious. Yeah, the reactors are 800 degrees now, which is awesome. Because with all these thermal tanks, that means there's a lot of potential energy stored here. So when wind dies down, we'll be doing a little bit better. And then I was also... Gosh, heat pipes are gone again. Where did they all go? What else were we fixing? I swear there was something else up here we wanted to fix. But I can't remember what it was. Was it bots? Did it have something to do with bots? I don't remember anymore. Oh, we have a lot of hangars, so we could do our hangar revamp. Is that worth it? I should probably do the bot revamp before the hangar revamp, because the new tier of bots have a better energy. Like a lot better energy efficiency. Oh, here's another memory circuit that I need to get rid of. Yeah, let's set up some basic bot replacer logic here. So we'll do tier 3 bots, unboxing. And for now, I'll just put those in this kind of chest. And we'll have like 4 stacks ready at a time. And then I may start using robot replacer. Oh, Stirling Engine 2s are the current holdup for physics apparatus. Interesting. And Stirling Engine 2s are up here somewhere. Argon. No way. Surely we have enough argon. Oh, we do. They're just taking forever. I'll just request more barrels. And what are these going into? Have I just not finished my Stirling Engine 3 rebuild? I have. Okay, so that's not where they're going. And heat pipes look like they're running again. Ish. Not quite. Still having issues with heat pipe 2s. Which, is that still ceramic powder or are these all running now? It is still ceramic powder. How much do these make? Total of 6.8. How much do these use? 3. Where's the rest of it going? Where's the rest of my ceramic going? I forget what all ceramic powder goes into. Bearings. Oh, processors. That's probably where a lot of it's going. Processors. So that could be part of what's slowing down processors. Well, soon, with 2 more researches, we will be able to speed them up. And then I am really close to astronomy research. Boron, I think I've got plenty of. That's over here. Boron uses aluminum and boric acid, and boric acid is basically kind of free-ish from the volcanic gas, which I assume my volcanic gas stuff is fine at this point. Yeah. Yeah, we got plenty of that. So the boron's not an issue. Ceramic powder is... Could be worth setting up another little chunk for ceramic powder. Now that I have a lot of silicon ingots, I might as well. So let's put some things right here. We'll do 5 more. And then we need an unbarreler. Unless I have nitrogen close by. You know what? It's a small amount, right? Nope, it's a huge amount of nitrogen. Holy crap, 500 nitrogen. So we'll just set that up here. 3. Unbarrel nitrogen, decompress nitrogen, request 300 barrels. Requester chest, click. Oh, graphite. I'm having graphite problems. Grab from up there. Carbon monoxide out. Barreling. Oh, we need compressing first. Compressing. Probably a little bit farther out. Carbon monoxide, barreling. Active provider. Okay, that should be good. Get anything? No, it's running. It's very rude to have uncompressed inputs, outputs. I agree. I feel like, on average, things that are boxed should have compressed versions of things. It's tricky because there are going to be some players that would say the exact opposite. And it just kind of depends on how you built your base. Okay, well there's an extra 3.8 ceramic powder per second. Hopefully that's enough. And graphite. I'm surprised to see graphite having issues. What's going on with that? Is it just not fast enough? Looks like we need another one. I never would have thought that wouldn't have been enough graphite, but here we stand. Alright, well there's another 2.5 boxes a second. That should do something. And what's going on with beacons over here? I don't even have a large beacon. The heck? There we go. That'll fix it. Just 2 large beacons even. Yeah, that's better. And I think we're okay on... No, we're not. There we go. Okay. Surely we'll run out of methane eventually with this setup. Because that's 850 a second. I don't think I'm making 850 compressed methane a second. I also don't think I'm, on average, using 32 graphite boxes, but it might be something like 20. Here's the methane setup. They are running pretty frequently. It actually looks like we're keeping up, more or less. Which is surprising. Well, I'm barreling it. Now, these actually should be upgraded. That's a little bit of the problem. I'm barreling it up to 1,000. So, all of my, these should probably be like 200 barrels. So my system is always the same everywhere, which is, you know, barrel it, but if you already have enough barrels, then get rid of it. Because I don't actually have enough places that use barrels of hydrogen. You know, I am using a lot of hydrogen, like down here. And if I wanted to save some power, I could come back and empty the nitrogen, or the hydrogen barrels back into this, but then that messes, well, I guess that wouldn't mess with the oxygen. Yeah, that's fine, because I already have too much. So I could save a little bit of power if I tried to use up all of it, but then, I don't know. Methane costs H2. Right. And I already have an unbarreler for carbon monoxide to feed that back in. The H2 is coming, I think, exclusively from electrolyzers, though. But yeah, I guess we could put an unbarreler here. That would feed some hydrogen back in. That would save me some power, probably. But whatever. It's, wow, 350, and all of it is coming to get picked up. That's crazy. That is crazy, crazy. Alright, well, for those of you on YouTube, I think I need to call it an episode. It's been a long one, but thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you all next time.